I mean, this guy's been playing Poppy ever since, MSI and had big playmaking for the team and been a big presence in the front line. We'll see how he does match up against someday because it is going to be kind of mirrored up there. We'll have tanks from the top lane and then DPS coming from the jungle.
Yeah.
See if they have any influence, but whenever it is the double tank, maybe we'll see Chaser and Smithy, as we said, only with average jungle proximity, looking to affect elsewhere. There's your Cassiopeia you're looking for, though, Greek.
Yeah, the last pick, Cassiopeia. I'm still a little bit surprised it wasn't Ryze, but Keen would rather play Cassie here in the matchup, and that's just fine here. I assume that's part of the reason Ahri was grabbed in the first place. CLG had to assume what kind of champ's going to be played and what was scary and what wasn't. So into the laning phases, we're going to go pretty soon. Somewhat standard team compositions, and I'm definitely curious to see how Xmithie versus Chaser goes. You're mentioning them earlier about maybe they won't camp top lane to the tank beat tank, but Xmithie has been very inconsistent. And some of that's just been he's had some bad Rengar games, but sometimes he's had some really pop-off Graves games. And I feel like this is a player that needs to step up for CLG to be a great team again. I feel like when they were in the summer split, Xmithie was the rock who was always playing at an 8 out of 10 or higher. And then if the rest of the team could step up, then CLG would do well. And hey, they went to Worlds off of some very good performances. They made MSI finals, and it was off of Xmithie finally showing up as a good jungler. 2017 has not been a good year for Xmithie, and for all the CLG fans, are hoping to see if he comes back to that 2016 form.
I do think, yeah, like you said, it's a little bit champion-based. And as far as rocks, Graves is such a good rock in the jungle right now. And this is the type of champion where Xmithie can grind out, jungle camp lead and farm it out early on. Plus, very good at counter ganking, especially against Rengar. Prime target now for jungler ganks, and Smithie's headed right over level 2.
Half HP onto Someday. He doesn't realize it's happening just yet. Suddenly, Xmithie's behind him. There's the flash, going to line the Q up against the wall. Easy first blood goes through to Xmithie. I feel like Someday maybe should have known better.
End up there. It's just that the success rate for ganks on him has been very high this split.
Yeah, he's not getting camped. He's just out of position. And who he's going to flash away to chase for Keen! And a trade kill comes through. Team Dignitas answer back on the board. Well played to Keen.
This invade is that CLG also had deep wards on Team Dignitas side, so they saw this in motion 6 or 7 seconds ago. Only problem for them, they can't do anything about it, even though they've seen it. And it's going to be a play on the opposite side of the map instead.
Oh, Darshan, he's a little too early. Is it going to be enough for Xmithie? Yep. Gotta get the auto attack, gotta get the ulti across as well. Darshan almost outplayed it even better than he did.
He can move around. We actually have an invade right now.
Oh,
32 health left on it.
Unfortunate there, Xmithie fighting it a little bit wrong, overjudged his damage, and Chaser autos it and takes it away. Nice move up to him. And Chaser had already stolen away the prior red. Xmithie back in the fray. This is dangerous, though. Chaser and Special are here. Special level 5. A lot of damage onto Xmithie. Can he win the fight? It's kind of close. Ult's get away. Not going to be enough. Special gets the kill, and then Xmithie fights a 1v3 and loses, obviously. Yeah. This time around, it's backwards, though. The Infernal Spark said, uh-oh, now Xmithie running for dear life, trying to run away. It's not going to be enough. Snuffed out just like a cigar. And there we go. Keen's got to run away. Thunderlord's on. Ulti from Pookie. Uh-oh, Aphromoo walking right into Chaser's face. Shields in. They get a tackle in from Darshan. Flash over the wall. Chaser going to try to stay alive. Slices the Drake for help. Pookie on the chase. Looking for a bit more. They've already picked up Aphromoo. Lod's going to be next up. The volley. The shots are there, but Lod actually stays alive. It's already been 4 kills for 0. It's a complete slaughter. The ace for Team Dignitas.
Ooh, that spark turned into a wildfire, and Team Dignitas absolutely blow this game open. An ace and a second dragon. This is one of the biggest mid-game spikes. If we're even in mid-game yet, this is still pretty early because this is complete rift control because it's an ace, so you can push in 2 turrets while taking an Infernal with your fed Cassiopeia from the mid lane with blue buff. This is an absolutely insane amount of objectives won by Team Dignitas off of that team fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget where I first started. I think Dardoch was doing a whole bunch in playtest tool, but here we go.
I think Dardoch has a whole bunch. Suddenly people are going to be dying under turret right now. Someday chasing around Xmithie, anchors him in. The red buff not going to win this fight. He's down 2 levels. Going to get soloed out by the tank. After here to turn her back around. We know there's a Rengar coming. True shot barrage. He takes him down as well, and it's going to be that kill picked up as the Poppy falls. Top lane outer going to go down as well. Quick trade for Stixay.
That slick little play-by-play flame in there. That was pretty smooth.
Drake or something would have been nicer, but again, take what you can get. Counter Logic Gaming fighting valiantly for ward control. but it doesn't really matter. Look at the wards they don't have. It's all around the Baron pit. 23 minutes in, Dignitas rushing this down.
Blue buff on a Cassiopeia can absolutely melt through this. They've got plenty of DPS, and that Baron is gone.
Not even a chance to stop it. Hawkshot sees, like, yeah, it's gone. They got Baron, they got farther ahead. Team Dignitas absolutely in control of this game ever since that 18-minute team fight
that we mentioned. Oh, here we go, actually. Going to be Chaser this time around.
In the bot side of the map, they've found Darshan, and he is sadly alone. Goodbye, down he goes. Chaser on a killing spree. Gets the kill credit. Stole it from his teammates.
I mean, they gave him Essence Flux attack speed plus the Lulu speed. Like, he was very nicely set up there. Someday holding Darshan in place long enough, and it looks like Team Dignitas should be able to kind of walk this one into the CLG base. Numbers advantage plus the Baron buff plus huge amounts of extra firepower. We'll have to wait on one more minion wave to do so, though.
Well, at least it's right there. The reinforcements have arrived, and Team Dignitas looking to break down into the base. Shield blocks into the Mantra poke, and they go to the turret, nearly gone. That's going to be popped 24 minutes, 20 seconds into the game. Into the base, Team Dignitas looking for a little bit more on this one, and if CLG won't fight for a turret, they won't fight for an inhibitor. This should be going over pretty safely to Lot. Team Dignitas make that push count.
Top side with a bunch of ganks, and mid lane was going to Team Dignitas, but that's what really broke this game open. Ever since then, full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. The tank in the front line is going to be a quick disengage for CLG. Turret's going to go down. Darshan taking a bit of poke. Jump in for Lot. Anchor's going to be there, and Darshan going to be a great stun. Hits 2 or 3. That's one popped away. Smithy is gone, and it's a 5v4 now. Team Dignitas just need to walk into the base, and this game is over. Not even 30 minutes into the game right now. A single 5 for 0, as you mentioned, Kobe, was 2 turrets, the second Drake, and just complete control that never went away. The TP flanking for Someday just to make sure that the ward's gonna die.
Oh, that ward's dead!
That ward is so gone. Woo! The mechanics from Someday right there. Now this turret's gonna fall right afterwards. The flash charm, looking for it, not gonna get Lot though, not gonna happen at all. And now Huhi is rooted up in place. The damage output's there. Chaser is unstoppable, 5-0-4. And nothing is going to stop Team Dignitas from taking this game home at this point. Darshan flinked down, the Twin Fang, the poison, the flash means nothing. Still 3 dead, and now the casual walk into the Nexus. 12-2, Team Dignitas in control from minute 10 onwards. GG, 1-0 Team Dignitas. With a 7.4 nerfs, no one's playing it. Orianna, I feel like, is typically seen as the weaker matchup into the two. I see Cinder picked into Ori pretty frequently, but he's going to grab the Orianna anyway and say, my shielding's going to be enough. Let's go Abyssal Scepter. Good luck to me.
Yeah, interesting little tweaks here at the end for CLG. See how it does work out. Orianna, one thing you can say for her, it is possible you'll have to give up a few more CS to not play your lane aggressively, and just go with the shield early on. And maybe they want to buy some room for Smithy to actually spend a lot of time up top with Darshan. Because again, the biggest thing that's sticking out to you is definitely going to be the Darshan on a split pusher on the Fiora. Yeah. While she is massive, if you get to 1 or 2 items, getting to that point is really the critical phase. Can you raise up the baby Fiora into that threatening split pusher, or will it go just kind of a meddling way and not also just be a huge part in team fights?
Yeah, and that's the problem, I guess, is that kind of Logic Gaming do not have any real tanks. They've got a Thresh and an Orianna ball, and that gets you halfway there, but you're not going to withstand the kind of damage coming out of a Rengar or even a Jhin in a team fight here. So CLG, I think, generally speaking, would be afraid of a 5-on-5. Team Dignitas would love to have one. As we saw from the stats coming into game 1, Someday gets a lot done with his teleports. We know that Lulu, Jhin, Rengar definitely can set up kills, and if Someday gets that good TP and gets the rest of the team going, the team fight phase of Team Dignitas can do very well.
Yeah, and along those lines, that's why I kind of do like Team Dignitas going with the Jhin rather than Ezreal. Puts more threat on the bottom lane, plus super early ramping. As soon as you get a straight Dirk, basically, ready to go, and the snares from his Ws could bring up some kills if you do see those TPs you're talking about.
It's up, so Chaser really seen. Nice hook comes in, and Smithy is there for the Lantern gank. The trap was there. Beautifully played. The first blood comes through again. Huhi running for dear life, and just like the last game, first blood Smithy and a kill on a Huhi right after.
Yes, and he's got a Rengar on his
Round
team.
2, 3v1. Huhi gonna try when he can, but there's not even a chance. There was no way he gets out of that one. That one Not Huhi's fault. That's just done and dusted. Kill for Team Dignitas.
Painful. The potion chugging.
Actually almost dead to just the damage output, but a hook onto a special face checks a brush.
Actually dead.
That was pretty silly by Xpecial. Should have known better. Gives away a kill. CLG get the better of that.
The programming freak, it's gone haywire again.
No, it's Stixay despite any gold difference there might be. Chaser on the hunt. And it's going to be another jump on his Stixay. He's got to get it right. The nice knockup is there. Beautifully executed on the combo. Chaser gets the kill right in front of the Dragon. Okay, that's Darshan TPing into 4. Might get himself killed. The chase is in. They're going to pick him off. Actually, Xpecial doesn't have the damage. He's trying to kill off Xpecial. Trying to get Lod. Keen gets a kill on Afmu. It's another fight just like the last one. It's a 3-for-0. Finally one traded back. Huhi limping on. Finally gets killed off. Xpecial going to stay alive just now, but the stun is there. And again, the ace this time only for 1 kill back.
My goodness, are you kidding me?
Deja vu.
Great coordination once again from Team Dignitas, you know. Oh, here we go, though. CLG with a little bit.
Nice juke on the hook. The damage is going to be there anyway. Afro's going to survive the turret damage. CLG Gaming this time not going quietly into the night.
The Baron.
There's a ward, though. And there's no real tank, so Afro can't really tank Baron, and Darshan is going to run out of HP so fast.
No teleport on Someday, though, so Team Dignitas also won't have him here. Afro actually just dead.
1-for-0 instead of this team fight is a terrible idea. Darshan will lose his life as well. That's going to be a running Fiora. Chaser wants in, is going to survive, lands the root onto Huhi. Another deadly flourish into Darshan, but CLG is going to limp away.
All of a sudden, Darshan has more things to worry about.
Yep.
And they don't exactly have all the wards. Meanwhile, they're starting off the Baron, and Darshan is killing the turret, so there's going to be a teleport one way or the other.
Moment of truth. How's CLG going to play it? How's Dignitas going to play it? Wards over the wall. CLG do see what's happening. 5,000 health from the Baron. Someday taking it, and invincible. Darshan onto the inhib turret. Knock up there onto Xpecial. Big damage. He's got to get away from this, and Lod could win the team fight by himself. He's going to make sure Afmu goes down. Misses the 4th, that's 1-for-0. Meanwhile, inhibitor dying. Stixay's got to flash the wall. Chaser's still on this one. Living up to his name. Gonna knock him down with the shot. The crit comes through. Someday still wants more. Stixay is running for his life. Huhi staying alive, pushing back Xpecial. Lod gets the kill picked off. It's a 2-for-1 so far. That's still good for CLG. Into the base he goes. He's fighting off against Keen and nearly takes him out. One more hit will do it. And it's Darshan trying to win the game by himself. Finally gets a real opponent down to the bot lane, and he's going to run away from this one. Going to spot the Darshan wants in. Can they find the flay? Can they find the hook? Talisman Ascension actually going to be stopped out. Lod, yeah, getting some slows, and a nice Glitter Lance by Xpecial actually, I think, saved Lod's life. Over the wall is Someday. Xpecial not going to like this fight. Down he goes. Nicely done by Someday.
Assassin Nautilus. Seen it before, see it again. Someday. Blast cones over to the graves. I believe that was blind. There was a scrying ward from CLG sitting in that, I know that he saw Smithy disappear into the fog of war, and you can maybe guess that he's over there.
The control ward, I think they knew.
But technically,
I think it was a Dignitas control ward there, so it might have been visible, but either way, it's round 2 for the Baron. No smite for CLG Gaming. There's a giant minion wave bot, but Darshan does not have TP. There's the Q riposte, and the Lantern to get away, buying a bit of time, but it's down to 4,000 health. Huhi does have Shockwave. Hook's going to miss, but that was going to land from Someday. There's going to be a bunch of damage to get one, but it's a trade kill, and that could be all the damage they need. Dignitas will be taking out the Baron. Nice crit from Lod, and now they're re-engaged. Why does CLG even fight this? They give away 2 more kills. That's Darshan getting a trade. Don't know if worth. It's 3-for-2 overall, I guess. Does make him, again, riskier against Keen. Here comes the play. The ulti's across. He gets stunned the entire team. And he does, actually, after he takes one of the shots, but that's mid lane tier 2 down.
And CLG are just trying to hold and buy time for Darshan right now. It's definitely risky for him. Team Dignitas want to force the issue here. They would want Someday to tank the turret if they decide to pull the trigger and go in. If they can't decide, then they're just going to waste some time and waste some buildings.
Equal trade of turrets, and that's against a Baron buff. Now trying to stop recalls. Someday going to anchor back in. 5v4, Chaser's coming. This is a big risk. CLG's going to lose 2 at the very start of it. A bit aggressive for that. Darshan, of course, still pushing the base. And it's a battle of wave clear versus a 5v3, now a 4v3. Someday is here to defend. Shotgun catches 2, but Huhi caught with a deadly flourish, and it's just that. It's Stixay against the world now, keeping his team alive against Dignitas. Running away.
Gotta be careful with these types of calls for CLG because the Baron buff means that Team Dignitas could end it.
And they're looking to do that right now. Darshan kills one, the second inhibitor, and has the kill. It's over. There's no way they can defend this. Team Dignitas gotta make it the 2-0. The base defense is a catastrophe for CLG.
And Team Dignitas are within striking distance of the playoffs. They improve.
2-0.